Welcome to Moving On TV and 2021. Goodness me. Welcome to Moving On TV. My name is Lauren Hope Glory. I'm the proud CEO of Moving On TV, the TV station that gives you the hope and then the glory. Now, this is our mission statement. Our mission statement is that you have always got a platform for your talents, your dreams, your work, and it doesn't involve money. It involves connecting and bartering, because if you can't afford it, you barter. And you go out there and you promote Moving On TV. You come on here and do your own shows. Moving On TV's mission statement is that you will never, ever sit on your own in your house and think, oh my God, I have this amazing singing voice and no one will listen to me. I've got to go and stand in a queue. That's not going to happen anymore. That's the past. But I'm going to have to stand in a queue for hours and hours and nobody will care about me. And I'm just a piece of meat and I'm just a voice and nothing else. To us, you are unique. You are unique mind, body, and spirit. And we will take you and we will hold you and love you. And that's what Moving On TV is. Because I can't be anything else. That's me. That's why I'm here. And because I will never, ever let you suffer the same way as I did to get to where I'm going. Okay, so that's my mission statement. The mission statement of Moving On TV is we are humanitarian, we are love, we are compassion, we are consciousness. We are here for every single unique human being, whether you clean the streets or toilets, or whether you're all the same. We're all equal. We are all equal. It doesn't matter who you are. If you have a dream, if you have a mission, if you have something that you want to give, come to Moving On TV. This is the news. This is the new news. And when we can, we will give you the truth bit by bit, little by little, but we will wake you up so you can find it out for yourself. Okay, so watch our programs and you can see what Moving On TV is. We are a TV station, not a channel. We are a TV station, just like BBC and Sky and ITV, a real TV station for everyone. Come on board Moving On TV, the TV station that gives you hope first. Tikva in Hebrew, hope, means it opens your heart and it makes you feel that you're here for a reason. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning. Tikva, ahava, light language. I love you. If you don't get this message, then you're not supposed to be on Moving On TV. We come from Christ consciousness and we come from somewhere else, Aquarius. And so this is your TV station. Join us. Come on board Moving On TV. You can contact us at movingontv1@gmail.com. Ring us or text 07437 532 798. I protect Moving On TV with the violet flame and the angels and all the light and all the beauty of Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad and all the leaders that came, Gandhi, that came to show us the way, to pave the way. Nothing enters Moving On TV unless it is based in that consciousness. I love you and thank you. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. Bye. Welcome to Moving On TV and 2021. Goodness me, welcome to the new year, guys, and welcome to Moving On TV. My name is Lauren Hope Glory, and I am the proud CEO of Moving On TV. And I'm here today to invite you on board Moving On TV. Now, let me tell you about my mission statement. We are the TV station that day and night is there for you 24 hours a day with your talents, your holistic work, your dreams. When nobody else wants to listen to you, we are there for you. Welcome to Moving On TV. There will always be a switchboard. You can ring 07437 532 798. And as long as as Moving On TV is here, and it will be here forever, growing and growing and growing, you will never, ever have to struggle again worrying about who is going to listen to my talents, who will let me sing, who will let me dance. We will. And that comes from my mission statement, because I know how it feels, because that's what happened to me. If you know anything about me, I sat in a wheelchair and crying because there wasn't one TV station that I could contact to go on. God knows I tried and I tried. Have you got that book in you? Do you want to talk about your pets? We've done a cup and a scone with people in their 90s. It doesn't matter. I'm ageless. I don't have an age anymore. You don't have an age anymore. We are pure love consciousness. Moving On TV is here for you. Welcome to Moving On TV. The happy news flashes if we can, if it's safe. The consumer program to try and get solutions for you. We are solution based. Welcome to Moving On TV. Come on board, the best little new TV station in the world. Moving On TV, moving you on every day, one tiny step at a time. You can contact me at movingontv1@gmail.com. I love you. Have a beautiful 2021. May all your dreams come true, because we can help you make them happen. And we also are looking for amazing sponsors holistic, that only enhance the environment and enhance the human race. I love you. Where we go one, we go all. Welcome to Moving On TV and 2021. I love you. Happy New Year. Welcome to Encounters. It's the place to be. I'm going to wait for Vlad and Manuel to do. Welcome to there we go. Okay. Welcome to Moving On TV. Do you love animals as much as we do? I just showed you Peace and Ellie, my cats. But if you love animals, and you love humans, of course, you're the kind of sponsor that we would be proud to have on board Moving On TV. The only sponsors that we would even think about having on board Moving On TV are sponsors that are enhancing the environment, enhancing life, enhancing humanity. They never use chemicals in any way, shape, or form, not in hair products, facial products, organic only. That's the only thing that touches this skin. No one guesses my age because I never, ever use anything but pure organic makeup and products on this beautiful shell. I'm healthy in mind, body, spirits because I never eat anything if it's got any kind of chemical or if it's not pure. So come on board Moving On TV if you are one of us. If you're starting with a new product that you want to get out there to enhance society, to enhance humanity, to enhance animals. Maybe you're doing a new pet food for animals without chemicals. We will welcome you on here, whoever you are, as long as you love animals and people as much as we do. You can contact me on movingontv1@gmail.com, 07437 532 798. Email me. I just said it. We are Moving On TV, the new TV station that brings you the hope and the glory. And I am the proud CEO, Lauren Hope Glory, moving on with all of you into a beautiful new world together. I love you. Namaste. Welcome to Moving On TV. Thank you. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to The Awakening. And this will be, I think, 137, something like that. 136 or 137, I'm not sure. Anyway, what do I want to say on The Awakening today on the eve of a new year? Goodness me, I have to think about what would be the best thing to say to you guys is, well, I suppose the question is, are you living your dream? This has been a very, very crazy year, difficult year, amazing year, enlightening year, all sorts for lots of different people. I know for me, I started to live my dream every single day by moving on TV. The ups and the downs have been unbelievable. It's like escalating, huge ascensions up and down, changes and confusion and love and compassion and innocence. And I think I must have experienced so many different types of emotions this year. And yeah, it's been a real roller coaster of emotions for quite a lot of us this year, you must admit. And so on the eve of 2021, what could I say to you on the awakening? What can I give you? Like maybe some kind of post-mortem, maybe a post-mortem of a bit like when you do step 4 in the 12 steps. You do your character defects, the good, the bad, the not so good, you know, character defects. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll do some kind of post-mortem. So the phone rang there because I've got some great people coming for New Year. Well, they're coming during the day. So it might just be us bringing in the new year together. So I wanted to do some kind of post-mortem, as I said. And post-mortem will be the good, the not so good, and the amazing, a bit like character defects when you're doing a step 4 for the end of the year. So let's have a look first at the not so good. It's been a lot of loneliness, a lot of abandonment, a lot of grief, a lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of crying. God, I've done more crying than I've ever done in my life. Breaking up relationships, friendships, marriage, eviction notices, a lot of things that have given me an opportunity to feel and heal, right? And so, but I'd say the pinnacle of the year was living my dream. I think from the time, I started living my dream more or less the beginning of the year before, because remember, I started working on encounters and I met all these incredible people that are now in my life, that are part of my tribe, my family, Encounters family, and who I'm so grateful to, who have become really a family, and they are coming here. And so I did that. But then when the lockdown happened, and that was the pinnacle of this year, was the pandemic and the lockdown and everything that followed, I picked up my dream, and that was running Moving on TV. It's funny because years ago, a friend said to me, you need to make a choice. He said, this is about 3 years ago. I remember going for a session and thinking, I don't know what to do. And he said, you need to make a choice. What would you do if you had a choice? Would you run Moving on TV or would you run Moving on Theatre? And I said, I can't make a choice. And the choice was made for me with this lockdown. So as soon as the lockdown started, the choice was made for me. And it was basically, Lauren, you've got to run Moving on TV. Okay, and then Moving on TV became joined with Moving on Theatre. So everything kind of fell into place beautifully. And that's what's happening now. I'm running both. They're all part of the same thing. And so what I'm trying to say here is this has been a year where I have been living my dream every single day since the lockdown. So from that lockdown, I got my dream. I started the awakening process to do everything that I ever wanted to do, running a TV station and the theatre within it. Encounters kind of came later, but running my dream, being a truth channel to try and drip the information that needs to come to you little by little, and also coating it with a beautiful amount of love and compassion and messengers of light and all the other amazing things that are going on in the world. So keeping moving on TV, this open-ended, beautiful vehicle engine that not just gives you the truth, but also gives you every truth. Okay, so it gives you the awakening and spirituality and holistic and everything that's out there. And the best thing that came for me from running moving on TV was to realize the dream that I've had since I was a child. The hills are alive, running down the street and singing the sound of music and singing everything that I ever wanted to. And as I've done that, my voice is transferred, it's transformed, it's become gutsier. It's interesting. Just go and then they come, and it's just been extraordinary. You know, so to me, and I emancipated myself this year in so many ways by choosing what I love more than anything in the world, which is my singing and presenting and bringing you all on and creating a new family, a new community through moving on TV here in this house on the table with a laptop. That's it. And so what I'm saying to you is to grab everything now, grab your life and do exactly what you want to do. Do exactly what you want to do with your life, because this is it, guys. This is it. This is your opportunity now to live, to really, really live. So we're on the prefaces of a new year. And my passion dream for every single person who's watching is to grab your dream like I did this year. And by this time next year, please God, God willing, I will have my dreams will be bigger and bigger, but I am living my dream. Okay, I haven't earned, but I've got little grants and people giving me little bits here and there. And I've had to go in a direction which I've always wanted to go in, which is entertainment. Ever since I've known myself, you know, I was in the army. And in the army, I only went in the army because I wanted to be in an entertainment group. That's all I ever wanted. I didn't want to be a soldier. I wanted to be an entertainer. And unfortunately, they wouldn't let me do it. It was, you know, because I didn't have the type of voice they wanted. But, you know, now I would have walked it. I would have walked it with my piaf and everything else that I'm doing, the gutsy singing. I would have walked it. But, you know, it's just, last night I did Insomniacs and I've hardly slept, but I sang and sang and sang and sang. I don't care if there's one person or 10 people or a million people. I don't care. I'm just doing it because it's what I love. And I feel that millions of people are watching. So I don't care. So the minute I got to that consciousness of I don't care how many people are watching, if there's one person, then that person is enjoying my singing. If I'm not muted, as Cara reminds me time and time again. So again, you've got to take your dream back. And I think the main reason I decided to really take my dream back was because of the uncertainty of life. We don't know what's coming from one day to another. We don't. And so we've got to take our dream back. And your dream has got to be just what you want. And that, you know, people say to me, what is that dream? Well, to me, that dream is that little 13-year-old running down the street singing, the hills are alive with the sound of music. Yeah, at 13 years old, whooshing down the street. That was my dream. And so I've taken it back. And so what are you going to do? It's a new year, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. This is the music. Tomorrow is a new year. Today is putting to bed the old year. And so today, that's what I wanted to do today, is a post-mortem. And when Vlad and Manuel are here, we will do a post-mortem of their year and my year, and how we all came together as a family this year. Everyone just really working through everything and bringing everything to the surface. And it's been a painful, isn't the word, and it's still very painful because there's so much uncertainty. But I grab that mic and I go moving on TV, and it all just falls into place. And so that is my wish for all of you for New Year. My wish for you is to find that in yourself, to find your dream, and to just do it. In your house, on a table, with a laptop, or whatever else you know, that's my dream. Happening in front of me every single day, every single night. I am living, I've done more singing since I've done in my whole life. It's just continuous flow, and it's just joy is not the word. I've always wanted to have my own show. I always thought that one day I would have a talk show on mainstream, and I would do the Lauren Hope Glory show, because I know I could have done it, but I wasn't given that opportunity. So this is it. This is it. I do it now. And, you know, the new year is looking like it's going to be glorious. There's going to be such glorious things coming to me. I can feel it. Some offers which I'm looking at, fascinating offers, which is going to blow my singing career right open, which is already happening with the Grammy, but it doesn't matter. You know, all I want is safety net of living in a nice home. And I'm going to trust that the angels are going to bring me something. I'm not going anywhere at the moment. It's just not going to happen. But it is coming. And that, I think, as well, is another huge shock, that they know I'm ready. They know I can deal with it, or else they wouldn't have given it to me. I'm talking about spirits and the angels. They know I can use it. They know I can do it. I had an interesting offer yesterday. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's just brewing. But someone offered me something to do with my singing, which is something I've never done before. Quite unusual, but very gutsy, and will really push the boundaries a lot, and very exciting. And I thought, yeah, well, I kind of came up with the idea, but this person sent me a kind of proposal idea with it, and it's very unusual. It's not unusual, you see the song. It's very unusual. It's something I've never done before, because I work in a certain way, and I've always worked in a certain way. And, well, you know, I'm a gutsy, how can I put it, improvisational actress and singer, mainly acting. I've only done one thing improvisationally, which is Art Vision. And isn't it interesting that that piece of music is gone for a Grammy Award, because there was no rehearsal, there was no planning of it. But this is a bit of a challenge, interesting challenge for me. And I'm excited about it. And I'm really hoping it will go through. So I'm kind of thinking about it, of how it would work. And yeah, I'm putting it out there to spirits. And it looks like it's not only going to be a very, very exciting new year with moving on TV, moving forward, but also encounters moving forward, but also my singing career. And my singing career has been my dream since I was 13 years old. And even if this project didn't happen, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing it every single day, every single night. I'm singing to you guys on Moving On TV. And so that, to me, is the most important thing. And what do I want to put to bed for 2020? A lot. I'd like to let go of a lot of people. I'd like to let go of the ego's way of looking at people and relationships, the ego's way of looking at special relationships and connections, and the ego's way of dealing with grief and abandonment. And I'd like to do it more from the point of view of God, the neutral way that God looks down, a bit like when Emmanuel does his show, Ego versus Love. He might do that today while he's here, and we'll take the opportunity to do it. And might do Vlad's show as well with Emmanuel. Get 2 shows done at the same time, that'd be cool. So Vlad's show with Emmanuel, Emmanuel's show with me and him on love versus ego. So I want to be able to see relationships, because there's a lot of pain that I did express already around people, special relationships like family, blood family, and my beliefs and their beliefs. And I can only wish them well now, because they've more or less told me to keep my ideas to myself. So I don't know what's coming. But what I'm saying is, I want to let go of the way that the ego deals with pain and suffering, and to see everything from the point of view of spirit, that I am not their blood family. The body, that part of the cells of the body are connected because I was born into them, their family. However, as spirit, I'm connected to everything. I'm just one consciousness, and I'm not connected to them as spirit, so I have to be able to learn, as Jesus says in A Course in Miracles, to not have special relationships. Special relationships in 3D. I'm not talking about 5D, I'm talking about 3D. But you can't have a special relationship in 5D, because we are all part of the same thing, and you cannot split consciousness, you cannot split spirit. Spirit is just this one flowing thing, that we all affect each other. We all, like the butterfly effect. But so these people gave me 5 years ago an opportunity to feel so much of my core pain of abandonment as a child. And now they're coming back into my life, and I'm so grateful to Spirit that they took them away. The Spirit took them away for 5 years, because whatever happens, the pain that I go through will never be as strong as it could have been if they would have been in my life all the time, very, very close to me. And I'm not going into details. I think you understand what I'm talking about, if you're a starseed or if you're awake like me. So we're all going through it. But so my prayer, as I say, to leave behind the huge amount of grief I went through because of abandonment this year in particular, of other people. I felt abandoned, I felt left. I want to be able to see everything from the point of view of, look at you, you're glowing. Look at what this has done to you, you're glowing. They may have taken the physical body away, or bodies, or physical places and things, like codependency, but look at me, I'm glowing. I am Lauren Hope Glory, the CEO, the proud CEO of Moving On TV and Moving On Theatre, and of the Children's Peace Song. And I am, these are identities, but I am glowing. I am Lumiere, I am a spirit, I know where I come from, I know exactly why I'm here, and I'm glowing. I know that I'm a bringer of light. Lumiere is light. And it's my job to let that light shine through towards others as well, and to keep them in the light. You know, that's part of my job through the music, through moving on TV. And so I have discovered this beautiful side of Lauren, to be able to love unconditionally regardless. And I'm very, very proud of that. Very proud. And so, and that's not ego. That's the part of me that's Lumiere. Lumiere, that part of me, the spirit of me that comes from Aquarius. Yeah. A part of me that is Aquarius. That part of me that is unseen, that shines through my eyes and through my golden hair. And this year, so what I want to put to bed is any self-consciousness of what I say or do. Yeah, I need to have healthy boundaries, but I want to be very honest and say exactly what I have to say, as long as it's safe on moving on TV. Now, I can't always do that, and I've had to back off, as you guys know. So what else do I want to let go of this year? Ooh. Just trying to think. I'd like to be even more independent, because I do tend to rely on Martin a lot as a good friend, and he's been there for me and he's been amazing. I do still rely on people. And yes, I know people need people, but I want to grow even more independence around that. So I'm asking for to be able to grow my own independence around that even more, and to be in the now more. And every time I pick up a microphone, I'm back in the now again. Every time I go on moving on TV, I'm in the now. I'm totally in the now. I'm not thinking about the past or the future. When I'm doing the awakening, I'm in the now. You can see exactly what's going on with me. What else? I'd like to leave behind lack. I'd like to be able to know how to earn money from my work, leave behind lack, and to be able to have a beautiful new home. I'd like to be able to leave behind, let me think, the unkindness that's been shown towards me because of my beliefs. The fear, the panic, that's been, things that have happened, to just leave them all in 2020. Come on, Lauren, what else? I'd like to leave behind the neck and shoulder issues. The neck and shoulder issues that are really strong, have been really bad in me. And the fibro, I'd like to leave behind any issues that I've had with my teeth. I've lost a couple of teeth this lockdown because of stress and issues that I was born with. I'd like to leave behind the past, the wars, everything that I went through. But, I use them in order to propel myself, as you know, everything I've gone through. And if you can do that, that's very good. But to see them just as identities of not the actual collective that we are. I'd like to leave behind this lack of trust, because there's always been a big sense of lack of trust in me, and particularly with what we're going through, not really giving myself a chance to trust that everything is good, it's all good, and that, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting younger, I am ageless. I'm ageless. I've given up my age, I've given up everything that was holding me back, everything. It doesn't interest me in any way, shape, or form anymore. I've given up disease, I've given up age, I've given up medicine, I've given up lots of, I was on that precipice anyway. And I want to not give up ego purely, because ego is good, you can work with it, but to give it up when it's entrenched in attachments and suffering and, things like that. So there you go. I want to bring more color into my life, more music, more singing. I want to give up the throat blockage. Yeah, go. The throat chakra blockage has got to go. So doing huge amounts of singing and clearing the rage and the fear and the frustration and everything through my singing, everything. Because as I say, I've discovered a new voice this year. I discovered the gutsy vocal fry. And yeah, that's it really. So maybe get out a piece of paper, you guys, and write down what do you want to get rid of. And then, Unity always did a burning bowl ceremony in January. I don't know if they're going to do it this year, but you can do it yourself, right? You just take everything that you want to get rid of, you write on a piece of paper and you burn it, and that's it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, old year. Bye. Goodbye, 2020. Thank you for what you gave me. You gave me my life back. You gave me my dream. You gave me my independence. You gave me choices. You gave me sorrow and pain and suffering, and which again, dark, light, light, dark. You gave me a huge amount of quality time with my babies, PC and Ellie. You gave me a wonderful new friendship with my husband that we never had when we were a couple. You gave me the amazing Vlad and Emmanuel and Janie and Sharon and Natasha. Who else came into my life this year? Nikki, Mike, Michael Paul, McVeigh, Marcel, John, Marcel, Cara, of course, how can I forget the gorgeous Cara, Mark Fitzpatrick, and Angel. These are all the wonderful new friends that I made this year. Starseeds, most incredible people came into my life this year. Who else came into my life this year? Let me think. Paula, John, Jeanette, Gina. Hopefully Gina's going to be here to celebrate New Year's Eve with me. Who else? Got Angie Wilson, and Angie, other Angie Cousins, which I haven't spoken to for a long time, because I got triggered too much by her. Oh God, I've got these. I'm like a girl now. I'm just a girl. I've got these. I'm Aunt Sarah, and of course Aunt Sarah. Well, she's always been there. If I don't know, Nigel Floyd, beautiful soul. That Woodvine, who gave me his music to play. All the amazing Muggsy, Joey Wells. Oh my God, Heart Vision. Oh my God, it's like from everything. In Heart Vision, there's that broken glass, and then that beautiful little yellow flower. That's me. That sunflower, that Leo. If people give me a thumbs down for this, they are so sad, and there will be one. There always is. And I send that person blessings. Anyone who gives me a thumbs down for this awakening, I love you, and I hope you find your dream, because you need a hug. You need a big hug. That's when, if you can see anything but love in this awakening, and I am in joy and bliss at the moment, because I sang nearly all night, and I've got people coming here. I've got my family, my starseeds, people that are just there for me. And okay, Sam, Emily, and Emma, all these beautiful souls that came into my life and came and went this year. New people that really, they've just held me this year, held me together. And all these amazing people that I've held moving on TV, like Paul McDonald and Heart Vision. I mean, come on. How could I have done Heart Vision without Paul? I couldn't have. I mean, that guy opened that door to a Grammy for me, and I can't express my gratitude, because of his talent. My talent wasn't strong enough without him. When you bring those two talents together, that is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And I really pray that this carries on in some way, that door stays open, and that can grow, those talents. And also the biodynamics, and he gave me that gift of going on the biodynamics bed. If I hadn't gone on that biodynamics bed, I wouldn't be shining like now, and all the stress and all the pain that came through, and the breakdown of our friendship, and all the breakdowns of the friendships this year that led me to glow, to know that really, that's life, and we move on. And, if you're meant to be friends, then you're meant to be friends. You'll come back At some point, you'll come back together. All my good friends, we've gone through ups and downs and ins and outs, and we've always come back together the minute we accept what we can about whatever happened. And, you know, it might be, I don't know, we'll see. But this year has been huge for me. And it's opened that door to, my God, to my dream. Thank you. What can I say? I'm living every day in the now, in the moment, because I don't know what will happen by this time next year. All I know is I'm living today 100% in the now and in the moment, from pure love, doing everything I want. For God's sake, I'm running my own TV station. My own TV station. And I don't care if people call me a fake mad bitch because I say that. It's not a TV station, it's a channel, it's a TV station, because that's my vision. And the vision I have is that it will be in front of everyone one day. And no one will ever struggle like I did, ever. I won't let them, because there'll always be someone there on the phone for their talents or their creativity. They could pick up that phone at whatever time, day or night, and say, I'm here. You know, because that's where this comes from. It comes from so much suffering, years and years of rejection, of sitting in that wheelchair. That's where it comes from. It comes from sitting in that wheelchair and not knowing what to do, picking up Facebook and singing on Facebook, but really wanting more than that, because we deserve everything. We deserve our own homes, everything. I will be doing everything possible to make sure that I get a home, that I'm never going to be evicted again. And I will make sure that you get your dreams. And as I said, once moving on TV, it's there for you now. But that's where this comes from. It comes from a gut-wrenching suffering to make sure that you can do whatever you want with your life on moving on TV. And even when I've moved on, and that's not likely to be, that's going to be a long time, isn't it, once we get the med beds? But when it does happen, a long time from now, and as there is no time, if you know what I mean. But basically, the point I'm making here is there will be a switchboard for you guys. There will be a switchboard, and I will make sure that happens. That is one of the things that I'm going to make sure. So if you're watching a program at 4 a.m. in the morning, okay, and hopefully it'll be on the box, that's the plan at some point, when that lot are gone, and you say, my God, I want to write my life story, but who's going to listen to me? There will be a switchboard. I swear to God. You will never, never go through what I went through, knowing that I've got all this talent and I couldn't get anywhere. No one would listen to me. No one would put me on. There will always be someone there for you, a bit like the Samaritans, but not for you to sit there and say, poor, you know, I'm not saying poor me, because I bring the Samaritans a lot when I'm lonely. It's not poor me, it's not a victim. It's saying, you will say, that person will pick up the phone or moving on TV and say to you, how can I help you? Right, you want to come on moving on TV? Yes. Can you imagine a TV station where you can ring up and say, I want to come on moving on TV. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to act. Whatever. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how beautiful that's going to be? That's my plan. Because I'm learning from the pain that I went through. I'm taking that pain and I am channeling it into something where no one will ever feel like me. Because this media, we're here 24 hours a day. as you can see, you know, and at some point somebody will take over so I can go to bed. I don't care at the moment. I am in such an amazing space that I only seem to need a couple of hours sleep. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just sitting here singing, and singing to me is breathing. So singing is breathing. What I'm doing here is breathing. When you find what your breath is, whether it's dancing, singing, acting, doing what you love. Yesterday, I went on encounters in a bad mood because I was so tired and I was scared about what's going on and I wasn't in a good mood. And then the guys joined and we put on that, click that Zoom, and that's it, you're a performer. And it's amazing. So you put a little bit of an act on, you act as if, so what? Alcoholics do, everybody has to do it until they get there. And then it takes over. You act as if. But moving on TV, every single one of you has got a gift. Every single one of you is amazing. Like Casey said, we're the amazing people. And I'm going to have to end this because you won't watch it. So I've got to go live because you watch me live. And all through the new year, New Year's Eve and New Year, I'll give you snippets of, I'll keep telling you this. My mission statement is 24 hours a day. At the moment, it's me. If you have a talent, a dream, you gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna make a dream come true? Okay, I'm tired. Singing is breathing, as I said, and because I'm tired, I do need to sleep. But what I'm saying to you guys, 24 hours a day, Moving on TV's heart is wide open for you. It's not about money. I don't give a shit because you're bartering your talents, right? You are ringing up and you're saying, I've got talent. I've got music. You know, I've got music. I've got the music in me. Or I've got, God, I can't think. You see my head. I'm tired. Got starlight. I've got my man who could ask for anything more. I've got daisies in green pastures. I've got my man who could ask for anything more. Oh, my trouble, you won't find him. He won't hide there by my door. I've got bright lights. I've got sweet dreams. I've got my man who could ask for anything more. Who could ask for anything more? I've got rhythm. I've got music. I've got my man who could ask for anything more. I've got talent. I've got dreams. I've got a book in me. You can ask for anything more. I've got gardening. I've got my pets. I've got, I don't know, life. Who can ask for anything more? Oh, man, trouble. You won't find him. I won't find him. Knocking around my door. I've got bright lights. I've got sweet dreams. I've got my life. Who can ask for anything more? Who can ask for anything more? So that's what I wish you for the new year. Happy New Year's Eve. And come aboard Moving on TV. We are the TV station for you. I'm going to do a new promo now that's going to go on all the time. It'll be short and sweet, and it'll be welcome to Moving on TV. I love you. Next 2021 is going to be glorious, not because it's 2021, because it's just a number. Well, the numbers are important sometimes because they open new doors and new portals and new lights coming in and God knows what else. Amazing stuff. There will be amazing stuff. There'll be amazing stuff and there'll be breakdowns and heartaches, but at least we're here. And Moving on TV will hold you through the whole thing. I promise you that. This is my oath to you as a CEO, Lauren Hope Gloria, Moving on TV. There will always be a switchboard, not for you to talk about your issues and your problems, but your talents and your creativity and your holistic work and everything. Can you imagine having a TV station like that? Well, yes, it's here. I love you so much. Happy New Year's Eve. Bye. Happy New Year, guys. How are you today? Ooh, I've got hardly any voice. It's surprising. I was singing all day and all night. So, let's go gentle. Happy New Year, everyone. And obviously, that awakening was yesterday. And I'm very proud to be here today. I'm very grateful to be here today. And we've got the tarot show coming up at 8:30. That gives me time to eat. And that will go on probably to about 11:30. It's actually programmed, which means that people will go on. It'll go off at a certain time because it's programmed for a certain time to be on, and then it will go off. And that way, people won't keep coming on asking for readings, okay? So it'll be for a certain amount of time. And then tomorrow, I've decided I'm going to start taking you by the hand and teaching you the T-Grow model. Okay. Now, I don't want your resolutions to be, oh, I'm going to give up this smoking or I'm going to give up drinking or whatever. If you want to do that, then Martin's available. He's a qualified hypnotherapist and he can help you with everything. And he's very negotiable on prices and everything, and he's brilliant. But that's not what I'm here to tell you. Is that I don't want you to make resolutions that are going to last a day. I've given up New Year resolutions completely. I don't make them anymore. And I found that since then, actually, things do work a lot better, right? Because if you make a New Year resolution, you go full head on, like in a diet. The minute I gave up diets, I sorted out my eating disorder. Do you understand what I mean? The mind doesn't work well with diets and New Year resolutions because you get all excited, you put all your energy into it for about a week, and then you go back to what you were doing before. So I'm going to teach you the T-Grow model. Tomorrow we're going to do live coaching. It's going to start at 8:00, and I'm so excited about it. I'm going to put a little program on quickly for you to see what the T-Grow model is, which I did years ago with Jacob. And it's going to take you by the hand, teaching you your big goal, like your massive goal, the topic, and how to achieve it. Tiny little steps. Tiny little steps, okay? That's how you achieve your goals. And that's why I can say I know what my massive goal is, but I am living my dream every day as I work towards my goal. And that's what you need to do as well. So I'm going to teach you all of that. And it's not going to cost you anything. All you got to do is subscribe and like and share and come on board Moving on TV. And if you want private sessions with me, because I'm a trained life coach as well, then you just contact me and we can do that. But essentially, I'm excited about this because I want to teach you how to achieve your goals. Not New Year resolutions, but literally how to achieve your goals. All right? So that by this, please God, all being well, because the world it's not easy. You know, you can't really be certain about what you want to achieve, but you can achieve things on a day-to-day basis. You can definitely, I'm doing it. Okay. You can do that on a date. I'm so excited. I've got my viewers count here in front of me. I can see how many of you are watching, and that is amazing because I didn't have that for ages now. And so I had to keep jumping backwards and forwards to YouTube and all the other streaming channels. Okay, so I'm going to put on that little video as I prepare for the tarot show. Join me at 8:30. It's programmed. Click on it and come on board Moving On TV. And I will do readings for you. And the readings are going to be about letting go of the old and bringing in the new. But as I said, in a focused, gentle, determined manner. Okay, and remember, everything comes through spirit. And I just give you the information that comes through spirit. If you don't want to hear it, that's tough, because it comes through me and I give it to you. And if you keep getting the same messages, guys, because I have people coming on here, some of them don't show their faces, but I'm giving them clear messages every week. Whatever comes through from the cards, some of you do. If you're not working with spirit and you're not listening, like if something keeps repeating itself, just a sec. You're so funny. We're in front of everybody here. The way you say things, Baba Bertha would have had. Careful what you say. I'm turning the sound off. Okay, I got some really exciting news. Today, the tarot show is going to be joined with me and Janie. You're going to have two readers, guys, not just me, but me and Janie. Okay, so she might have a different take on things. But it'd be really exciting to see what she comes up with. All right, so at 8:30, join us on the stream. It says the tarot show, 8:30 to 11:30, I think it is, every Friday. Okay, and today we've got a guest tarot reader. Woo, I'm so excited. Let me put this in the message, but I don't know if I can pin it. Right, guest or ghost, guest tarot reader. With me on the tarot show. So you get me and Janie Allison. She's brilliant. All the star seeds are brilliant. Can read now. All of you can read. Honestly, you can all read. Guest tarot reader with me on the tarot show, Janie Allison. Join us. It's going to be a joint tarot show. I'm so excited. So basically, I will pull the cards and then she will. You can ask us both questions and we'll see what comes up from different points of view. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go and have a jack of potato now. I'm going to put on the coaching thing and also Baby It's Cold Outside. But first of all, here's my mission statement from yesterday. There it is. Is that it? I'm not sure if that's it, but basically what I'm doing is I'm doing things and then I go and edit them so you can watch it now properly with me. Welcome to Moving On TV. There you go. 2021.
Twins.
Goodness me, welcome to the new year, guys, and welcome to Moving On TV. My name is Lauren Hope Glory, and I'm the proud CEO of Moving On TV. And I'm here
Twins, you
today to
see?
invite you on.
Forgot the same name. Let me
Moving
change
On
that.
TV. Now, let me tell you about my mission statement. We are the TV station that day and night is there for you 24 hours a day with your talents, your holistic work, your dreams. When nobody else wants to listen to you, we are there for you. Welcome to Moving On TV. There will always be a switchboard. You can ring 07437 532 798. And as long as Moving On TV is here, and it will be here forever, growing and growing and growing, you will never, ever have to struggle again worrying about who is going to
I'm proud of her. Anyway, I'm going to get my
who
jacket
will let me
potato.
sing, who will let me dance. We will. And that comes from my mission statement because I know how it feels, because that's what happened to me. If you know anything about me, I sat in a wheelchair and crying because there wasn't one TV station that I could contact to go on. God knows I tried and I tried. Have you got that book in you? Do you want to talk about your pets? We've done a cup and a scone with people in their 90s. It doesn't matter. I'm ageless. I don't have an age anymore. You don't have an age anymore. We are pure love consciousness. Moving On TV is here for you. Welcome to Moving On TV. The happy news flashes if we can, if it's safe. The consumer program to try and get solutions for you. We are solution based. Welcome to Moving On TV. Come on board, the best little new TV station in the world. Moving On TV, moving you on every day, one tiny step at a time. You can contact me at movingontv1@gmail.com. I love you. Have a beautiful 2021. May all your dreams come true, because we can help you make them happen. And we also are looking for amazing sponsors holistic, that only enhance the environment and enhance the human race. I love you. Where we go one, we go all. Welcome to Moving On TV and 2021. I love you. Happy New Year.
Hello there. Welcome back to Life Coaching with Lauren, and achieving your dream life, as we explained before, it's what's important to you. Now, we had an introduction, we talked about life coaching, what it is and what counseling is and what mentoring is and how you can try to work together. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's changed my life. 10 years ago, I trained as a life coach. And since then, I have been working with incredible, inspirational people from all over the world on Skype and over the phone, helping me to create my dreams and helping me to create a realistic dream. So initially we have this passion. So my passion was to have this theatre company called Moving On Theatre. That's the big dream. You start off with this massive dream where you want to be, I want to be performing everywhere, singing, acting, doing what I love. Now that can't be created in a day, not usually. So what we do with life coaching is we learn how to achieve it by being very realistic and having the steps to get there. And for that, we use a model. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the T-Grow model. Don't always think that you have to use this all the time because we're all different. But today I'm just going to give you a general idea of what the T-Grow model is. T is the topic or the dream. So like I say, you have this big dream. You may want to retire and have a villa in Spain. Okay, so that's your big dream. You may want to pass your driving test. That's your big dream. You get the gist. The topic is the big dream. The second is the G, which is the goal. Your goal is what I would like you to go away with at the end of the session. So, for example, you've got half an hour session. I say to you, what would you like to achieve by the end of this session that is bringing you closer to achieving that villa in Spain, that giving up smoking, that being, having an easier relationship with your children, whatever. And that's what you say. You say, well, by the end of this session, I would like to achieve more understanding about properties in Spain, for example. That is up to you. That's your goal for the session. You have half an hour. And we don't always set that. It's not always cut in stone. Again, it depends on the person, but it's nice to know that we have some kind of structure. The next thing we have is the reality and the resources, okay? And that is when I ask you, what support system have you got? Have you got people supporting you? So say you want to move to Spain. Have you got people you can talk to about? Is your husband or your partner or your children, are they supporting you with moving to Spain and buying a villa? What about money? This is all about pulling in your resources and your reality, okay? Because as I said to you, it's all about being grounded in reality, okay? So then we move on to options and we make a list of all the different ways that we can find out how we're going to achieve this goal. And that's the fun bit, because your mind starts to open up. And it's like brainstorming. You get out a piece of paper and you're writing down, oh, I'd love to move, and I'd like to move maybe in a year, or I can get money from here, or whatever.